you're the first one.
What's going? Nailed it. What's going on?
Oh, not much, man. I just got home from the gym, got a meal in, and here we are. You?
This is it, man. This is it. What are you eating?
Same as always, man. The cream of rice and fish meal post workout. Um, but I love it, man. Like I do so much of this cream of rice, the grindstone blend stuff. It's got that black rice. I don't know if you know about the black rice, but
I am not privy to the black rice.
yeah. So pretty, I got into the black rice because of the celiac combined with the ulcerative colitis. So basically, obviously a gluten-free option, cream of rice, everybody knows that, but it's usually made with white rice or a white rice flour, which is kind of even worse because it's more and more processed. So the black rice has more nutritional value, basically, more antioxidants, more vitamins and minerals. So you're getting more nutrient value for the same amount of carbs. So that's why I would always go for that one.
So is it still processed though? Like I know white rice doesn't have a lot of nutritional value aside from the carbs, but is black rice more of a natural source or what's the deal there?
So what Grindstone Blends does, the company that I work with, is they make it into a cream of rice. So they just chop it down really fine. So they have that black rice and they just chop it down really fine like you would with a white rice. And then they have multiple different combinations as well. So there is a white rice one. There's also, a combination one. There's a black rice with flavor one. Like there's all sorts of different blends, right? Which is why it's grindstone blends. But dude, like it's awesome. It's awesome. I love that stuff. So I'll eat it pre-workout, post-workout, breakfast, before bed. So
Man,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to look into that. That sounds
I'll send you
awesome.
some. I'll send you some, bro. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'll
that'd be
send you.
wicked.
There's pancakes as well, like the pancake mixes. Yeah, I was making brownies with it too, man. Like it's good stuff. Yeah.
You're speaking my language at the pancakes, dude. But
Yeah.
funny story, actually, I actually got a rice pancakes recipe from Antoine.
Okay.
Bro, it's a video that he put out like 10 years ago when he was doing it was a series
Super
called
awesome
Super
kitchen
Awesome
stuff.
Kitchen Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
The rice pancakes, man, I lived on those. That was a part of my diet for like 12 weeks straight. I still throw them in. I love it, man. They
Oh.
are wicked. I was telling everybody about them. Like you got to try them. They're
So
ridiculous. If you
what's
see Antoine, tell Antoine that the message got out, man. Even still today.
do you remember what the recipe is?
Oh fuck yeah! It's 250 grams of rice, one banana, half a cup of egg whites. Uh, I think he did one egg. I did two eggs. A little bit of vanilla extract, and man, that's really it. Like sweetener, you can do sweetener if you want, but that's it. You
Cooked
know,
rice.
bananas. Yeah, but the rice it's 250 grams of jasmine rice is what I was using,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
and
he does
and
do
and
stuff like that.
and also a scoop of protein powder.
So yeah, so I saw Antoine doing that with his Ninja Creamy. He was making the chocolate protein powder into an ice cream and then combining that with like a rice mixture to make it more volume or something. But yeah, no, that's good stuff, man. It's definitely a step up from the oat pancakes. Everybody was doing like the oatmeal. You ever do those ones? Oatmeal egg white pancakes?
It's what I was doing before the rice pancakes, before I
Yeah,
discovered them. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's the beginner level pancake, and then you
Yeah.
advance. But then you're gonna get to the
Yeah.
grindstone level, and that's when you're using like the black rice.
That's got to be next, man. That's got to
Yeah,
be next. I'll definitely try that out. That sounds wicked.
yeah. I mean, it's cool. I like it too because it makes the bowl like when you make it, you make the pancake, whatever. It's purple. It's cool, right? So
Oh shit, that's cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you want. You want that purple stuff, right? So
Man, I'm down for the purple stuff. Bring it,
yeah,
man. I'm
yeah.
down. Yeah, that's
Um,
wicked.
so dude, like, there's some shows coming up, but I need you to keep me in the loop here because I'm getting into the bubble, the prep mode. So I know obviously Brazil's coming up.
Yep. I got the loop, man. Right after Brazil is the Detroit Pro, right? Then we're looking at the New York Pro.
So how many weeks
After
till the New
that,
York? How many weeks till New York Pro? Let's figure that out right now.
it's
Because
it's 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 just under 7 weeks, I believe.
7 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Up in
about
Mo.
7 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
seven
about
seven
seven
weeks is,
weeks.
is doable, man. 7 weeks is still doable.
Ah, you thinking about it?
Kareth got me thinking about it.
I I get it, man.
Yeah,
He makes a convincing argument. Like he does. That's
yeah.
going to be a killer lineup.
I mean,
I
I
saw
live in,
that.
dude.
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
live in Times Square up here, you know. So it's I see New York every single day when I walk down the hallway. When I walk to my building, it's Times Square, but it's just where we live.
Look, I get you, man. Morgan, should Robin be doing New York?
Of course.
100%.
Yeah.
Do you think you can be ready by then?
Oh yeah. Just, up the T3 a little. Easy.
Easy.
Easy, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I saw your video that you posted to your personal YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and I saw the posing rounds, and I think you could be ready. It's gonna take work,
Yeah. It's gonna
but
take
I
more
think you can
posing
do it,
rounds.
man. I think you could pull it off.
There he is.
Oh my God, look at the
Yeah, I
monster.
goes.
Oh my God, he's so big, dude.
I know. I know.
He's not a puppy
Oh
anymore. It's
man,
crazy.
He's like 37 pounds. He was at the vet yesterday.
Oh, was he?
nice.
Yeah, he's losing he's getting little bald spots.
Oh,
And
Oh, okay.
got
he
the
has,
alopecia. Damn.
yeah, he has like
Damn.
a sore eye too. So
Oh
they think
man.
he has some type of like bacterial infection. So we got all these meds for him. Like he's perfectly fine. Like energy is good and all that stuff. Like he seems normal, but and he's not scratching the patches or anything. It's just
Yeah,
happening.
look, you're not the only one. You're not the only one.
Yeah.
That's so
There you
funny.
go.
No, dude, like literally this week, Layla had like something wrong with her back. So we had to
Really?
take her into the
Down you
vet.
go.
We had to
Down
take
you
her
go.
in like
Good girl.
twice because the first vet didn't figure out what was wrong, but there's something wrong with her back. So right now, like we just literally got from Amazon like stairs for her to go up the bed, like up and down from the bed, up and down from the couch. So she's not jumping up and down because I think that's the impact from jumping was probably hurting her back. So like we're like rehabbing our dogs, like and it's so crazy with dogs, man, because you don't know what's going on with them when there's something wrong because they're in pain or they're having an issue and they don't even really tell you. I mean, obviously they don't tell you, but they
Yeah.
almost try to avoid. Like Layla was trying to avoid us, and we didn't know what was going on, and then we would pick her up and she would start like crying and squealing and like all this stuff. And dude, we brought her back from the vet, and the drug that they gave her was like some like crazy opiate, and she was like whacked out for days, man. And we were so worried because she was like not even coming near us. She wouldn't even want us to go near her, nothing. And she's never been like that before. So goddamn vets, man. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah, I know,
just love
man.
dogs,
Like
man. It's just
it's tough because like with the vets, because like it's a business, and it's like I'm sure there's a lot of vets that have good intentions. Like I have no doubt about that, but at the end of the day, it's a job. You're more than likely making commission off of like the pharmaceuticals you sell,
they do.
that you prescribe. So like we took him to the vet and we got antibiotic, eye drops, and like a shampoo for him. It's like $350, which is fine. Like I don't mind spending the money because I just want him to be better and resolve the issue, right? But I'm just like, damn, man, you know,
It's a
No,
lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
it's
like
like that's like a GH pen right there.
I know. And the thing about it is too is if they were giving your dog something good like some GH or something, then it's worth the money. But they're giving like they gave Layla, so they gave her that shot when she was there, and then she was fucked for days. But then also they gave us like gabapentin to give her like following up, and we were doing our own research, obviously, and it's just that I don't think that's something that you want to give your dog unless it's like an extreme case of like pain or something, because then that's going to make potentially something like worse happen. You know what I mean? So, like, dude, we just been giving her CBD.
Yeah, well, the vet was even like he didn't know what was wrong with Gus. Like he was just kind of assuming based off the symptoms it was like a bacterial infection.
Yeah,
But he was like, because like where the patches of hair are coming out, like he's not scratching them and it's not itchy. They're just like bald patches that are appearing.
yeah. So
Right.
weird. Nate,
So
where's your dog, bro?
He's sunbathing right now. He's laying down at the door. You
Yeah,
see him? See
yeah,
oh
him?
Oh
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. Yeah, they do that, eh?
Nice.
Like they find like wherever the sun's coming in, they just like find that spot and stay there.
Oh,
yeah.
he loves it. Yeah, it's
They love
phenomenal.
that, eh? They'll just bake themselves there all day if they could.
Oh, I used to have one that was
Yep.
like he was like a black lab mix, and he would just like literally like the dead of summer sit on like lay on the pavement, and I was like, bro, like not like melting into the pavement.
It's
Like,
like a frying pan.
yeah,
That's hilarious, man. So Nate,
They
how
love the
have you
warmth.
been, man? It's been a while.
I know you've been getting fucking lean, it looks like.
yeah, coming into it now, getting the face going, you know.
That's good. I know I got to catch up.
Nice, bro.
No, I've been good, just busy. I mean, and I'll be honest with you, 8 o'clock's pretty hard for me because like I wake up pretty, especially in prep, I start getting up earlier and earlier. So like right now I'm getting up at like 4, go to bed at 9. So like usually I'm starting to wind down, you know what I mean? And you're just like, I don't really want to talk at, if I'm like an hour before bed or
Why are you getting up at 4?
it's just like, I don't know. I just like that schedule, honestly. It's my favorite. Because I guess like, I don't know, I'm getting enough of like darkness from like a couple hours, enough for me. I like, I don't know, I feel more productive in the morning, honestly. So for me, it's like as the day goes on, I start to like decline, right? So first thing in the morning, I'm usually like ready to go. I guess over time I've become a morning person, I think from bodybuilding. Just because of that routine. So even in the off season, I'll set an alarm at like 6 a.m., 5 a.m. sometimes just to eat, to get that first meal going, go back to bed for like an hour, hour and a half, just to create a bigger window in the day because you guys know how hard it is to eat all the food we eat, right? So I guess I got used to like that reoccurrence of even after prep when I started doing that, you know what I mean? Because like a lot of us, like I know my old off seasons, I would sleep in because you're like a bear, right? So I'd just be like, whatever, I'll sleep in until like 9, 10 and then start getting going. But I realized how important the food was way more important, right, to progress. So I had to restructure that schedule down the road.
Yeah, that's actually really smart, man. Especially just keeping that in there in the off season. I'm definitely going to use that going forward because yeah, because nothing's worse than just trying to get those meals in like late at night. Then you're not waking up early, right? So what time do you go to bed usually then?
Like 9, 9:30.
Okay, nice.
Sometimes 10, depends, like, but yeah, most of the time around that. But like I'll say, um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I honestly got so used to like because at first I would like start the off season and I would wake up early and then sometimes I wouldn't go back to bed for that nap. And I was like, huh, that's sort of affecting me. So I got into this like I figured it out like a system. So I would wake up at like, 6 or whatever, have my first meal, watch YouTube, podcast something, have some decaf coffee and just sort of chill, like relax, and then I would go back to bed for an hour and a half. And once I did that enough, it was like my body was used to that. So like
Hmm.
even on the days where I didn't feel like I really needed the nap, I still would take it because I was able to because my body was like so adjusted to that schedule. And I think that was really honestly crucial for like progress, like having the perfect like sleep structure and like low stress life has been like game changing for me once I started coaching. And then, like I said, figuring out that kind of stuff I was just explaining that definitely brought my progress to another level for myself at least.
Yeah, nice, man. So do you not do cardio then? I guess. Well, in the off
Right.
season, you probably do it post workout or something or later in the day.
Dude, I'll be honest, I'm like the worst at off-season cardio. It's always like every year I'll be like, 8 weeks post show, still got it going. I'm like all proud. And then like, dude, you get to like 290 and you know what I mean? You're just so lethargic, man. Like my whole day is literally like, okay, how can I fit this meals in? And then like I don't want to really go to the gym that bad, but I got to train my ass off. You know what I mean? Like when you're at your heaviest, like your peak food, and it's just like sooner or later that cardio is really easy to put to the side. And
Yeah,
Oh,
once
yeah.
you stop doing it for like a week or two, like you're not just gonna all of a sudden get in the habit again of doing cardio at 290 or you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I always do. I do cardio year round, basically, but it does. Obviously, it takes up time. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm getting in usually meal one around like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, which I don't
Really, that late?
mind.
Man, that's
Yeah,
that's yeah. My first one goes down at 7 o'clock every day. Like
yeah,
I'm up at 5, right? 7 o'clock is when my first one goes down. 10 o'clock seems late for the first meal.
yeah. Like I'll wake up at 7 and I'll eat at 10 because I like to fast.
Yeah, you're in prep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a little different when you're in prep than off
yeah,
season. You
yeah.
can't really eat your first meal at 10 a.m. in the off season.
No, like
No.
I just figured it out for me. Like if I fast longer in the mornings, it's good because I can have a coffee and I can just like run off that for a while. And then when I do eat, then I usually take either I'm working with clients, which kind of ruins my energy, but it's fine because on the days that I don't, that's when I take a nap. and then I just wake up, have a pre-workout meal, train. So that's what works for me. But in the off season, that's when I would probably want to use a schedule like Nate has, where it's going to give me that opportunity to eat earlier, still get my rest, but then, going to bed earlier. And then I don't really care about doing cardio in the morning fasted. I can do it any other time. So,
Yeah.
right. So yeah, that's smart, man. That's cool. Um, but yeah, I mean, on prep though too, I will wake up earlier and earlier, but I'll still try to push that. Like I pretty much always eat at
Well, it's
that.
better to have a smaller eating window, like
Yeah.
for some prep, like
Right.
rather than an off season, you're trying to create a bigger one. Like one thing for me that's actually helped is like with Antoine, most of his prep we train at 2 p.m., but I would have to get 3 meals in before then. So I'd eat my first meal at like 7:30.
Yes.
Right. So and then it was nice because I'd be finished training by like 4:30. You only have 3 meals left, which is like really doable in that
Yeah.
amount of time. So that was a good routine to get into. But now I've been slipping that though now. Like I've been because just because I'm at the end of like the push now, like I'm waking up at like 7:38, like for having 2 meals like before we train, like kind of like
Dude,
combining meals.
Yeah, it's like you got to get over that hump. Like that third meal is usually a harder meal to get down. Well, maybe it's not so bad for you, depending on what it is. Like a muffin and a shake obviously goes down no problem, but
Yeah.
that's usually the meal where it's like that's the hump meal where I'm like, if I eat 2 meals, I got those meals down easy. Then that third meal, I'm like, I want to train before I have that meal.
Well, dude,
But
that's why, like, because I
you
had
know,
to get that third meal in before, and it was originally was cream of rice, but then I changed it to the muffins and the protein shake, and that worked really well for me. But now what I'm doing is like I'll have like meal one, which is like a huge meal because it's like all the sourdough toast and stuff, and then chicken and rice will be my second meal, but I'll do one of the muffins with that, and then go work out, and then have a protein shake right after I train, and then with a banana and a muffin, and then like an hour later eat like my post workout meal.
yeah, that you'll go right through that muffin
Oh,
and banana.
Yeah.
muffins are just amazing things, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, muffins are nice and dense. They digest fast. It's
Here's I got a question. So for the off season, right? Which would you rather have? Like, would you rather trade one or the other? So like have an appetite or like have energy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. For me, honestly, I feel like I'd rather have like the energy and not like the lethargy that you get from the off season than the appetite, honestly. But I know that can go both ways because it's tricky because they both suck.
yeah. I personally, I'd probably rather deal with the lack of energy because I feel like I can like mentally push through that, even though it sucks. But dude, like when you're sitting down in front of a meal and like your just body just doesn't want it, dude, and you know you got to eat it because you're not a bitch. Like it's just
You're like
it's just a tough spot to be in. Like,
yeah,
mentally slamming at
neither
the
one of those is good, man. Both of those suck.
yeah,
And they
Which one
work
sucks less?
together. The amount of suck from each one makes the other one worse. Like when you're lethargic and tired, like you don't even want to get off the couch or out of bed, first of all, let alone even eat that meal. So it just takes you like so much like mental willpower just to go and eat.
and honestly, like for me this off season, like I mean up to like 3:28 in the morning now, and like I feel great, like good considering. Like
nice.
the only
Awesome.
thing that's been messing with me lately is I think I've like outgrown my CPAP machine, and it's like my sleep hasn't been very good. Like I'm still having episodes, like even with my mask on. So I think I'm trying to get that resorted, but that's been affecting my energy in the day a little bit lately. But my considering how much food I'm eating and for how long, like my appetite's holding up pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
also just like the amount of like body weight at 3:30,
Yeah.
like how good are you going to be sleeping? Like even if your CPAP was optimized,
Yeah, man.
you're just pushing it, man. Like, this is, but I think it's good too, because like the longer you're at a bigger body weight like this too, you get more accustomed to it, right?
Dude,
Like,
well, yeah, dude, I've been 330 before, and I felt a lot worse then.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I was dying before.
yeah.
That first time you hit that number is a bitch.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Like I remember getting so big, like it was affecting my libido, like in the
Yeah.
off season.
Oh yeah,
Like it's so big, you just literally don't want to do
I feel
anything.
like it literally affects everything. Like when
Not
you're
even
at
the best
your
things.
heaviest, like
Yeah. But
what's
anyway,
what's the heaviest you've ever been, Nate?
this last season I hit 296 for a couple days in the morning. So not too
Yeah,
bad.
it's pretty big.
Yeah.
man, I wish I could see you in person at 296. You must have been like a walking refrigerator.
Yeah, I was honestly pretty thick. Like, and my arms were like super juicy, which was cool.
Pretty
Like
Yeah.
pretty thick. Yeah, yeah.
you
I
you
would
like
say
pull
yeah.
you like hold like certain areas are still lean in the off season and can look decent, you know what I mean? And then other bodies are like shit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So my arms like stay pretty decent and my shoulders like so it's like as I get bigger, the glycogen is just like so
Yeah.
it's like a part in off season, but
Do you guys like still enjoy the small wins in the off season? Like when you put a t-shirt on that like maybe the last time you wore it was prep and it's like super tight, right? Or you can just even you can just notice like any article of clothing that you wear, like you put it on one day and you're like, damn, like, this is snug.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
love that,
I'm sure
man.
you guys are the same way. Like in the when you come out of prep, like there's some shirts that you bring back in, right? That you're like, oh, I know this will fit good in prep. And then you go in the opposite direction. You start getting to the off season. You're like, oh shit, this shirt is like mad uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so true.
you put it on for like pre-gym and then you just immediately take it off. Yeah.
Like, I look ridiculous in this. No.
You're just a whole lot of belly.
Yeah.
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 You guys all got to
Uh,
have like 2 sets of clothes, man. It's hilarious.
Oh, 100%.
You have to, man.
Yeah.
You got to have
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
prep clothes. You
I
got to have
get
the
it.
off-season clothes.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. It's good.
A lot less tank tops and a lot more oversized shirts in the
Yeah.
offseason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of clothes, Mo, did you ever give that guy the clothes? This guy keeps asking for clothes.
No, I didn't, man. It takes a lot for me to like organize all that and go to the post office. Like that's the only thing stopping me. But I'm really busy lately. I'm going on vacation Sunday, so it's not looking promising.
Yeah.
You
We need we got to set up
can
like
come
a
get them.
box at the gym, like a pickup drop off box for clothes, like a hand me down box.
Yeah.
Like,
Use gym clothes.
yeah.
Well,
just
dude,
I
just
like
like
my it's like fucking brand new.
Yeah. Well,
just
you
leave
have
it
the
in
extra
like one of
thing,
the
right?
lockers there. No, just leave it in a locker. Like, hey man, it's in this locker. You can pick it up at this time. Like you're good.
here's a question
Just
for
leave
you
it
guys.
back there.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna
How
do a big
many
giveaway. Oh, sorry, Nate, go ahead.
how many gym shirts do you guys have? Dude, isn't it? It must be ridiculous, right? Like,
All my shirts are gym shirts.
well, I
Yeah.
mean, like, so how many shirts do you have? Like, dude, I probably
Okay,
have like
all my shirts are gym shirts besides 3. So I'd say I have like 60, 70 shirts probably.
I know you guys have gotten like a bunch of free shirts and like people send you, you know what I mean? Like in these contests you do, you get shirts and like everything you get a shirt. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Just collecting shirts.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna get rid of
even
stuff I don't wear though.
I've got half my shirts are work shirts, my CDMS shirts, and the other half are just gym shirts, man. Like it's yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm probably like 50 shirts. It's funny when I get shirts made up. I just take like half a dozen larges and I'll still keep the old ones, but I don't wear them, but I won't part with them. It's funny like that. Like they're worn out, but I'm not getting rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
kind of
know.
fucking
Do you
shocking.
guys have shirts that you don't really that they don't fit well, but you might have cut them or something just to keep them? Because I have a bunch like that.
Oh, yeah.
Flannels. You gotta
Yeah.
cut the sleeves off the flannels once they get kind of old. Then you gotta cut off flannel. That's the best shirt that there is.
Because
Right.
you like the shirt, but you have to customize it to make it perfect. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the way. Yeah.
There's nothing better like than when you cut the sleeves off a shirt and you just like nail it. You know, sometimes you butcher them. Sometimes you
Yeah.
fuck them up
Oh,
really
that's the
good, and you just
worst.
got to throw it out because it's so mangled, right? But sometimes you just ace it, and that's a good day when that happens. It's not very
Right.
often,
Yeah.
you
Dude,
know.
there was this guy that used to go to the gym in this Good Life I went to, and he used to cut his stringers or he used to cut his tank tops, and it would be like the stringiest thing you've ever seen, like a fucking thong.
I've seen
And
them.
and we'd make fun of him and stuff, whatever, you know what I mean? But like behind his back, obviously. But then one time we saw someone took a picture of him and he was on like gym fails. And then I felt so bad because like they just ripped him apart, and like
Oh,
deservingly because he went to the gym every day like that and only trained lats. Like I wish I was the one that took a video or a picture of this guy because like he was a character, dude. Like I
you got the
almost can't believe
nipples.
he was real,
You got the nipples showing on the front, and he got like this much string on the back.
Yes, like 100%.
And just and like the bottom of the shirt's like hanging on his ass,
Yeah, exactly. And like he's got like
open.
the muffin top rolls at the bottom of, like, you know what I mean? Like not a
Uh,
good look, bro.
that's bad. Yeah, that's a bad
But
one.
your first mistake was good life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was your
But
first mistake, dude.
at the time though, like I mean, Good Life, you can hate on Good Life, but you know what? They're everywhere. In Canada, anywhere you go.
I'll tell you this: in some cities, like where I'm from, that might be the best gym that you got.
That's
What,
what I
in
mean.
Newfoundland?
Yeah,
It might be the
Yeah,
best
but I
and
mean,
worst at the same time.
there's nothing else there. Of course, that's the best gym over there.
Don't say there's nothing else there, bro. Let's not be rude. Okay, it's not that fucking bad. It's pretty bad.
No,
But it's not bad.
St. John's is pretty good. I will say that. Like I spent time in Port Bass, and like
That's a
actually,
shithole,
it's
buddy.
funny. Yes, but the Bruce Two Sports Complex has a decent gym. It does. It's not
I don't
bad.
know. I've never
It's
been out that way, honestly.
Yeah, well, I go there for work. We do diving work over there, right? So when you're there for a week, you got to find somewhere. It's the only gym in town, and it's great.
Have you been to George Street?
No, I haven't. St. John's is somewhere I haven't been yet. No,
Oh, well, you don't know shit.
I don't know shit about St. John's. You're right.
But you come to George Street, change your life.
Yeah, no, that's what they say. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah, as long as you're willing to sin.
Yeah, 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 exactly. The did you guys hear about this thing with Planet Fitness lately?
No.
No.
Yeah.
There was a apparently there was a biological male who was allegedly identifying as a female, went into the women's locker room and was shaving his legs, was what I heard. And a woman saw this because there was apparently a 12-year-old girl that was in there as well at the same time. So this dude was exposed, apparently.
Nice.
This woman took a picture, went to the front desk, told them what was going on, and they revoked her membership because their policy is you can't take pictures in there. Within
That's so
it
evil,
gets
man.
it
That's
gets
so
better.
funny.
It gets better. Within 2 days, Planet Fitness stock plummeted $400 million.
Wow.
400 million, bro.
Because this lady made all this public.
Yes, because of that. Yeah.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
so stupid, man. Like, first of all, like, who wants to do that? Like, just to cause shit, like to make, women feel unsafe or whatever. Like, dude, like, you know what I mean? Like, just
Yeah.
ruining the experience for everybody.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
stirring up the shit, man.
Just fucking shit up for no reason, man. Like, I don't get these people. I really don't. I
Like,
really
you can't, like, even if you think you're a girl, that you can't reasonably think that it's okay to do that. Like, it's one thing to even go in the change room and use, like, throw your shit in there and go work out, but to, like, be naked, shaving your legs, like your dong hanging out, like, what's happening?
like I don't know, man. Like, Good Life, whatever. Like Planet Fitness, like all these gyms, like they should just throw in, like, you got the family bathroom, you know what I mean? And if you're someone that's confused or whatever, just use that. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand.
Well, you think about this, bro. 10, 15 years ago, some guy walks into a gym saying he's a girl and goes into the women's locker room and shaves his legs naked. He's getting arrested.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Getting arrested for sure.
Yeah.
And now it's like perfectly acceptable somehow.
But there's like, dude, like it's so disturbing. There's like 16-year-old girls that go to gyms, you know what I mean? Like,
Not
Yeah.
right, man. It's
yeah.
not. So
Not
I
right.
don't know what the follow that was like last week. I don't know what the fallout is now, but Planet Fitness took a huge monetary hit and just their reputation now on social media. I mean, you know what the worst of it is though? This shit blows over and nobody cares in a month from now. That's honestly the worst of it.
It's like
That's what'll end up happening.
Yeah.
everything is like that.
Yeah.
I will say that maybe the good thing is there's some reactions happening now that are sort of pointing in the direction of people being fed up with it. You know what I mean? I think more people are starting to sort of be like, okay, we're not just gonna like, you know what I mean, just not do anything like and be super woke, right? Like, I mean, obviously that took a negative reaction to Planet Fitness, which reaction would be the woke reaction, right? So I think that's a positive thing there, So I think a lot more people are starting to be like, and a lot of people in the spotlight, actors, etc., are starting to be like, well, F you, you know what I mean? I'm just not gonna play by your ball game or whatever, you know what I mean? So that's a good thing. I think we're heading in a better direction, at least that way.
Well, things have a potential to change drastically at the end of this year with the Canadian and American elections coming up.
Right.
So
For sure.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. So hopefully things go the right way.
Here's hoping.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think we should talk too much more about that.
No,
But,
I agree. I agree.
Robin, how's prep going? We're both doing Toronto, so
Yep. It's good, man. I mean, I feel pretty good. So
you see
just trying
Akeem's
to get
doing it.
shredded now. What's that?
You see Akeem's doing it?
Hakeem's doing Toronto as well. Yeah, he
Mhm.
should. He should.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kensen, didn't you say there was another guy, another good guy
Eric,
doing it?
Eric Wood's doing it. He's pretty
Eric
good.
Wood, that's the guy. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, he'll be a
Eric
threat.
Wood.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Yeah, does he have a really good back, that guy, or something?
Yeah, it's crazy detailed. Like
Yeah, yeah.
detailed, yeah.
Really good shape, man. Really good shape. Still needs more size, but his shape is fantastic. Actually, we'll see when he gets on stage how much size he's actually gained. But he is a guy with massive potential. Round delts, like really, really great midsection. Just awesome, man.
Yeah.
Do you remember what show he did last?
Yeah, he did New York last year.
Us.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
How do I not remember that?
He
Because I
was,
know he was in the top five.
yeah, he was fifth.
Yeah,
And then
Yep.
Max was sixth.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
He was great, man.
let's check this guy out.
He's got a good he's got like a wide clavicles too, you know what I mean?
I,
So
I remember he's just like super aesthetic. Yeah, like you can tell right here. Like,
his legs are a little slight and his glutes don't really come in, but that's pretty much it. I mean, everything else is pretty solid. I mean, hamstring drop could use more, but otherwise he's got a really pretty, he's got like a lot of detail going on, right? That catches your eye.
yeah,
That's really good for him, you know. Like the abs are really good, right? A lot of guys don't have
Yeah.
crazy good abs and open, you know.
yeah. I think
Delts
that's
are
what ties that together, right? Because his I mean his whole upper body looks more impressive because his abs are so tight, right?
right.
Yep.
And
No, he is, man. He's really good.
yeah,
Really good. He's got a lot of potential. I think he's working with Patrick Tor. Yeah.
there you go. Well, Patrick Tour gets his guys peeled, right?
Yeah, he's gonna do well. I think he's gonna do really well. Wish
Yeah,
he'd post more. Like he posts fairly often now that he's getting into prep mode, but yeah, he's starting to get back into it.
yeah. So this must have been yeah, New York Pro.
Legion, I
That was
think.
the Legion.
Was this Legion?
Yeah, he
That's a
did.
nice front lat spread.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, he is. He's good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be good to see him in Toronto.
his back's crazy. That back double.
Who,
Yeah.
who else is coming that we haven't talked about or looked at?
In Toronto?
Yeah. Well, I know Stu's doing it.
Nice.
He's looking good. Yeah.
Good.
Man,
Good.
Toronto's shaping up to be a show.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
great there.
Yeah, when was this? 3 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he
Looks
compares
good.
well to Eric Wood as well.
Yeah, he'll beat Eric pretty, I think. I mean, Stu's
Yeah.
pretty damn good, man. Like he's a big boy. He's got a lot of muscle. He's rarely dense. He has a lot of thickness to his muscle, like his lats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's big as hell.
Very complete.
Shit.
Ever since people were giving him shit about the face and not smiling, he plays right into it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people always want to pick up on something, right? So is the hair, is a smile, whatever, but it
Nah.
works for him. He's smiling a little bit here.
Stu's good for bodybuilding because he's just his own guy, right? Like he doesn't give a shit. It's good. It's a good attitude. It's a breath of fresh air, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this abs and thigh pose. I feel like that's like a really, really good pose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Well, Hassan's doing it.
yeah, sounds doing. Oh, Nate, we gotta check out what's Nate saying here.
I haven't.
I saw the quad picture that Nate posted. That was a good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
there it is.
you're
Yeah.
not posting much else, are you?
I look like shit still. I'm not like confident yet. So maybe like 2 more weeks. It's coming together, but you know how it is. Like that first, like, I don't know.
It's 5 weeks ago.
Like I'm not really in that. Like things are coming in, but it's like I'm not super happy yet. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
But what do you think you want to look like? What do you want to improve on this package? This is pretty good fucking right here.
um I mean, I think my quads definitely came up, which is pretty cool because they're already coming up previously. But they've always been sort of my weakness, per se. So I think those definitely came up a lot. My chest came up a lot. My back, I'm not really sure, honestly, because I'm not in good enough condition yet. But I feel like honestly, I'm at a point right now where I'm like, I don't know how much progress did I make and am I satisfied? But you know how you get in your head when you're like 10
Yeah.
weeks out, not really enough to sort of say, you know. But I don't know. And we get super critical with each other, with each with ourselves every year. You know what I mean? I feel like the more competitive you get, like the more critical you are of yourself, you know?
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
true. This is a really good one
Holy
here.
shit, these dogs are flipping. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I was really happy with New York. I could have been a little tighter from the back, but other than that, I thought the package was pretty clean and good detail and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, really good fullness and good detail.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm jealous of those quad sweeps, bro. They just pop right off, you know?
Yeah, my quads have definitely got a lot better the past couple of years, which I'm happy about because they used to be sort of like straight up and down, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're not looking straight up and down here.
yeah,
Nope.
that was like a couple days ago, our last like day.
That's pretty crazy, man. That's good.
Oh yeah, coming into the hip tie in, man. That's a big improvement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's starting to get a little better. So
Yeah.
Keem's
Uh,
from
uh,
The
he
team.
just posted. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Biceps. That's a new one, the front double.
Go to
Uh,
that first double, Robin.
where?
Up top, yeah,
Oh,
in the
sorry.
middle. Yep.
His arms are freaking
I
crazy.
would just assume that those are the pinned ones that are just like,
Yeah, most people.
yeah.
He didn't know how to do the pin thing. He's too old.
You know, I can't actually, this looks super crazy because I don't,
Yeah.
what did he do to his waist? It's gone.
His arms are freaking massive too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the arms are
Look at
wild.
his, look like right above his suit, like on his obliques though, because that's sucked right in.
Well, dude, did you guys notice how at the UK, dude, his back double, his waist was like freaking tiny? It was insane. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like I know he doesn't have the best back double, but making his waist like it definitely like came in a little bit tighter this last UK, and it made me like look at it. You know what I mean? It catches your eye when you're like, damn, that waist is like non-existent.
He
Yeah.
may not have the best, but it was way better than what we've seen from him in the last few seasons. Way
Oh yeah,
better. Big
yeah,
improvement, man. Big improvement. I hope he can hold on to this going into Toronto because Toronto's a bit away.
yeah. Like new
Yeah.
formula. Hopefully, he can be consistent more. Like, right?
He is working with Chris Aceto.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just hoping he fades by then. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Insane, man. Look at the
It's
quad detail.
yeah.
Nuts, man.
It's
Yeah.
probably in my opinion, like the best choice that he's made to work with Chris Aceto because he's never obviously never had this level of conditioning. You can see here, like this is draining, this is hard, and then they'll figure out his peak. It looks like they already pretty much did, but
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a little fine tuning they can work with there, a little bit like just keeping him like full enough for him to pop and stuff like that.
I think the only
Yep.
interesting thing is that like at both Arnold shows, he was better in the finals than the prejudge. So it's like that, and that's gonna be the difference, I think, in these shows coming up is if he can nail it for the prejudging, because that's gonna matter a lot more because they're not gonna judge the finals at these regular pro shows like they do the Arnold.
Yeah. It's also crazy just how, you could write someone off because they got injured or whatever. They don't post a lot and then they just come in and just dominate. Like it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you never know. You never know online. That's what it is. As much as you watch people, you
I
never
saw
really
I
know.
saw Akeem a few days ago in
Who
person.
else is competing soon?
Oh well, Detroit pros coming up. You got Good Vito and
Yeah,
oh, and Brazil, Arnold Brazil, right? With I haven't seen any pictures of Carlos. I don't know. I'm a little worried
Yeah.
about if he'll be in shape.
Carlos hasn't posted anything lately. You won't see him before the show. I don't
Yeah.
think.
you won't see him post. You don't think?
I don't think so, man. I actually asked him to come on the next episode of the Bodybuilding Breakdown. He saw my message, but he didn't answer. So I think he's too in the zone right now out there in Brazil. He's doing his thing, and it'll be worth it.
Yeah. What
Well,
what
dude,
is
I'll tell
what
you
is what is, what does
if he gets,
Landerland mean? Like I see this. He always posts this Landerland thing.
I don't
What is
know.
that?
Is he Russian?
He's
yeah.
Ukrainian.
Yep.
Ukrainian?
Oh,
Like, dude, I'm Ukrainian, but I didn't get these genetics.
I'm gonna Google it.
I
I'm
don't
only
know, man.
I'm only half Ukrainian. That's why.
No,
Goddamn.
there's a lot of opinion out there. I covered this guy in a recent video, and there's a lot of opinion out there that
It's
this
just like,
guy has
yeah,
some Instagram genetics, dude.
oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of opinion out there.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see how the size at least translates. I mean, I would hope his conditioning is not that far off from his pictures, but maybe his size is not quite as gonna be next to those guys, you know?
How tall is this guy?
I don't,
Anybody know?
I don't know.
He's probably what, like 5'7", 5'8" at the
Yeah,
most.
that's what I was gonna guess.
Well,
Yeah,
if
This
he's
is
6 foot, then we're all fucked, right?
definitely not 6 foot.
no, this is his pro debut. So he's first off untested, and second off, yeah, we've got nothing to compare him to.
Right.
I don't think he's more than 5'10".
I don't. Yeah, I'd be surprised if he was that tall, but I think
Yeah,
it's just you can't really, the same thing that happened to Horse MD, right? Like people are like, oh, this guy looks so good. He's going to be top 3, top 4 based on Instagram pictures. And they really don't mean shit. It's so easy when you're fully pumped and good lighting. You can play with filters and all that shit. And a picture by
and your best
yourself,
poses, right?
yeah, your best pose is a picture by yourself, or it's like a mirror shot or some shit.
No
Uh,
back.
you know, and then you get on stage, and if you don't nail it, you're gonna get smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
it's always concerning when no one has a back double bicep on their page either, right?
that that is suspicious for sure.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. I really hope that he does live up to all the hype. We'll see what happens. I would still put him probably top 5 in Brazil as of right now.
And I
Top
feel
5,
like
top
even
6.
if he is an Instagram bodybuilder, he's still going to be like a threat because he's just obviously he's good.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
How good? I guess we're gonna see that.
Is this guy doing another show?
He doesn't look
Nothing
like
announced. No.
that's new.
He's still traveling. He has some obligations when it comes to some appearances. Like you can see FIBO 2024 coming up. He's doing that. He was rumored to be doing New York. He is not doing New York. He is not ready for New York. He'll announce something for the, mid to late part of the season.
Yeah,
Huh.
looks pretty good there though.
He looks good. Yeah, he does. But
He's
with the
like,
traveling that he's going to do, he's not doing New York.
dude, he's like the next Rolly Winkler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
mean
like
this guy posted
big
like
as
2 weeks
hell.
ago, like he's like just chilling, like off season, like eating a piece of cake, and now he just looks like he's just ready to go.
Uh,
Yep,
Obviously,
and
but
he's for the most part he's untested on a pro stages. Like we've seen him at the Prague, but
oh yeah,
not to say that's it because that was a very very good showing against some of the top guys out there. But we haven't seen him anywhere else.
yeah, that's true. I
you
feel
should.
like yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of mass. He's going to be a threat pretty much any show.
He's gonna be another
Anywhere,
guy that just needs to focus on bringing good conditioning.
Yeah,
That's what he is. He's gonna
hundred
keep.
percent.
He's a Quinton.
he basically just needs to
Oh,
bring that definition that he's got in his upper body to his lower body,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
so
Yep.
is Quinton not doing that show that he was supposed to do? Or what's going on with that?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Quentin's doing the New York,
Okay, he looks sort of, I don't know.
but Quentin doesn't post stuff. Like
Yeah.
when he posts
He
this
did
one,
today.
this is probably this says a week ago. It's probably like 8 weeks ago. Knowing this guy.
Yeah.
So this is
He
probably
posted something today.
this is probably from last year for all we know.
What did he post today?
Most muscular in a tank.
Yeah,
Yesterday, whatever.
doesn't tell us too much though.
Not really.
Not really.
You could call that 7 weeks out conditioning. I think
Yeah, you could.
that's about it though.
Yeah. See, he just doesn't want to post anything right now. But I mean, it's fucking Big Q. Like he's gonna be a threat again in any show.
Of course.
Yeah, I
He's
mean
going to be insane, man.
yeah, he's been a threat
Yeah.
since he started competing, and he just had a
Yeah.
full off season. So
Yeah.
Right.
I expect him to come in improved.
You should look up Martin Fitzwater.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yes.
good one.
Yep, he's doing Detroit. That's going to be really good.
Yeah,
Um,
dark horse, wild card, whatever you want to say.
mhm.
Yep, he's 240 right now, I believe.
The thing is, on stage, he looks so much bigger. You know what I mean? Like when he like hitting poses and stuff. Like I don't think pictures really do him justice. Like I mean, that's pretty damn good, but
Yeah. He almost looks a little bit like Hunter there a little bit.
Yeah, that's who he reminds me of, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think he wants to get really get something under his belt and really impress the hell out of people after his application for the Arnold was turned down too, which a lot of people were surprised about.
yeah,
I don't know why people would be surprised. Everyone that did that show had won a pro show before.
You're
Yeah.
right. Yep.
Yeah.
He
except
just
for
figured his
Force.
physique now was good enough, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really think it would be fair to hand out Arnold invites that easily, to be honest with you, because if your best is a fourth place, and you can't just give someone an invite based on how they might look. You know, I
Yeah.
think you got to
I
prove
agree
yourself.
with that for sure.
You
It
know,
it did preserve the prestige of the show. I'm
yeah,
glad that he didn't.
yeah.
Not bad back lat spread there.
Yep, not bad.
Um,
Yeah. Justin Rodriguez is doing Detroit.
yeah. I'll put together here. Justin, the Nightmare.
The Nightmare.
That was
Oh,
Oh,
actually that was his name.
it's Justin D IFBB. Otherwise, you'll never find him.
yeah, he's changed it before, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Hard to find. This is recent.
Yep.
1 day ago, yeah, so recent for sure. Yeah. I don't know, man. This guy just keeps going, but yeah, he doesn't look bad whatsoever. He looks actually really good.
Oh, he's working with Justin Jacoby, Antonio Burton's coach.
Yeah. Like, I think you get to a point where you could like start like, obviously you can like nitpick and stuff like that, but he's just been like going for so long and he's still like really good. So,
I
I
like
feel
his
like he
physique, man. Oh,
has. I
yeah.
feel like he has lost like mass and volume though over the past couple of years, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Dude,
Yeah,
he's
but
freaking huge. Like I don't. I mean, he's still massive, but like, dude, I feel like he used to be a lot bigger now.
I mean, I feel like he just needs to just get peeled and then everything is gonna look bigger. Because even if he did like maybe lose something, like I don't know, like I feel like that won't be a problem if he's just like totally peeled.
Yeah,
But I mean, like how old is Justin? Like
he's like 40. He's
yeah,
actually getting old.
there it is, the nightmare. The hashtag the nightmare. That's
yep.
good. That's good.
But
Who
he's
else?
relentless. I like his relentlessness for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, who else? I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah,
Detroit.
that's good.
I mean,
I know
yeah,
Mo-
Nick, of course, going into New York, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, no, that's cool. What else is going on, guys? Anything new, exciting? No.
um,
Mo, didn't you go away on vacation or something, or where were you? You're out in the
so me
States,
and
right?
Antoine went to the opening of Guy Sister Nina's new gym
Oh
in
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
talk about that a little bit.
yeah, that was cool, man. I didn't know I was going until like the morning before. Antoine was
Yeah.
just like, "Hey, I'm going to this. You want to come?" And I was like, "Of course I do." So we ended up getting to the gym. It was like an 8 hour drive, and it was crazy, man. Like it was packed in there with people, and like Jay Cutler was there, Branch was there, Guy was there, obviously. Akeem Williams was there, Nick Walker was there, uh, Jose Raymond, Victor Martinez. So I got to meet all those guys. Juji was there; he was hanging around with us. So yeah, we went there. We had a workout. He has like the whole gym is new tech,
Oh,
and
okay.
Robin, we're getting a bunch of that up here soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good stuff. We did a whole shoulder workout on the new tech, and it was nice. It looked like the played around with a few of the back machines. They're good too. So I'm looking forward to getting that stuff up here. But yeah, so we did that, and then we went back to Guy's house, and he cooked up one of his famous like barbecues, like with like we had like beer sausage, venison burgers, ribeyes, and like potatoes and stuff like that. And at his house was like a bunch of his friends, like guys that work at the gym and stuff. And Branch, Chris Aceto was there. Um, Jose was there, and a few other people. So that was pretty cool. Just hanging
Yeah.
around with guys, right? And then me and Antoine slept in his guest room in a king size bed together. Two of us with the CPAPs on. And then we got up and we left early and came back here the next morning.
That's awesome, man. I'm sure it's worth the drive.
Oh, dude, totally, man. It was
Yeah.
cool just to meet all those guys, like, and just shake hands and chop it up for a little bit and get a couple pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, why not, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the video with Victor Martinez with the front double bicep.
Yeah. Vic, yeah, he
Yeah.
looks great, man.
Yeah.
He looks really good, dude. Honestly, like jacked.
Some guys just don't lose those guns, man.
Yeah, man.
Fucking crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
awesome. New
yeah.
Tech actually just injected $210,000 into the classic physique division.
Saw that. Respect
Yep.
that.
Okay.
Yep.
I love how this is
So
becoming a trend with these big companies, man, and sponsors and stuff like that. Like this is good for us,
Very good.
right?
Keep it coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more
that's
money
a
in the open. More money in the open.
I know, right?
We deserve more.
Don't piss
no,
off
it's
the speaker these. No.
Yeah, I'd piss off a few people just by saying that, I'm sure.
Yeah. What's going on at MI40, Nate? Are they fucking repairing the equipment now or
Not
what?
real. It's sort of like honestly going to shit, like slowly but surely, but just my opinion. But it's more like it's just one of those gyms it was a bodybuilder gym, bodybuilder gym, and now it's like becoming a content, young girls in there like showing off their ass. Like it's pretty
Yeah.
much what it's into now. Not really. I mean, there's some good classic physique pros there, and Derek's there, but it's definitely not, I think, what Ben envisioned, so that's for sure. He's not there anymore though. You guys know that, I'm sure, but
Yeah. I think it's just too small of a gym to be like an influencer gym, It's like it
yeah,
really is just meant for people who are there to train.
yeah.
You know? It's like it's like half the size of Pure or maybe less, Like it really
It's not
like
that big.
it's not. It's not, no.
But Derek's actually supposed to be opening a gym down here, and I think it was New Tech or another one of those Japanese. Is it Japanese?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Korean.
yeah. Sorry. But it's that part of that TFE media. They have something to do with it too.
Yeah, I'm not that sure.
Oh, okay, but yeah. So Derek's setting all that stuff up. It's supposed to open in July, so that'll be good. At least have another bodybuilder gym.
Is
Nice.
there no other good gyms in that area or?
There's Tampa Powerhouse, which is all right. I heard it used to be a lot better when it was like the old one. Like I don't know if you remember when people used to pose in that old Tampa Powerhouse. It was
No.
pretty nostalgic, but now they redid it and it's okay. I mean, and then there's like Optimum, which is like they have a lot of good leg equipment. So I'll say like there's a lot of good gyms compared to like, up in Canada, right? Like but
Newfoundland.
I think MI40 is still
God
still
damn
the
it.
best. Like I'm bitching and moaning, but MI40 is still like the best spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel spoiled now being up here because it's like every other time I go to a gym, and it could be a great gym, but it sucks compared to Pure.
Yeah.
I
Pure
know.
is like the king of like all the gyms.
What's that?
Pure is like the king out of all the gyms, at least in North America.
Yeah, it kicks the shit out of most gyms. It's just
Yeah.
the equipment, the space,
Yeah.
yeah, and the maintenance, man. Like the guys are on top of it, dude. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's rare to see something broken,
Yeah.
and if it is, you'll only see it broken for that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
So
they got a good system, right? Like I think what MI40 needs is just someone to like work that system, because basically maintaining a gym is just like a 24/7 thing. Like by the time you start, by the time you finish maintaining all the things, it's like you just start again, just keep going through it all, right? It's like, especially when it's used so often. But
Well, I
man,
think
what the one thing I like about MI40, they have a library, like a mini library. You can just like take books. Fucking cool. They probably don't even have that anymore. Do they still have that?
yeah, they still have it. I think the problem is like, so all these gyms, right, are usually very good because they are owned by a bodybuilder. The
Yeah.
problem is like Ben obviously out of picture now. He's back in Canada and his wife or ex-wife is the owner and runs it. So yeah, she's a really nice lady. She's great, but like she's not gonna be like, oh, I can replace this piece for this piece, or you know what I mean? Like, whereas
Yeah.
Ben would probably be like, well, this piece no one really uses and no one really likes it, so I'm gonna swap this into this. And you know,
Yeah.
you're constantly like molding and customizing, where I think now that she's not in the bodybuilding world, so she's not gonna like really care
Yeah.
about that, think about that, you know?
Yeah, it's not going to improve.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever
Make
use the red light sauna though? Fucking love
Yeah.
that thing.
It's not
That,
so
that thing's
nice.
the best, man. Yeah. Pure needs that, man. We had one, now it's gone again.
Yeah.
business
But
venture. We should see if we can invest.
yeah, 100%.
Do a cold tub, couple
Yeah.
cold tubs in there, big ass sauna,
Yeah.
red light therapy. Show me the money.
Yeah.
Let's
I don't
go.
know, man. It didn't work for Marie, but I think if they just put
Marie
it
didn't have biceps like this, bro.
yeah,
Marie
she
put a
didn't
little flex
she didn't
show.
advertise enough.
Yeah,
There's
man.
your thumbnail, Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's your thumbnail. Now that would be cool. They can sponsor Canadian beef, right?
Yeah.
You guys got a giveaway happening.
We do have a giveaway happening. So yeah, we're gonna announce the winner in 3 days. So yeah. So basically what's gonna happen is on Friday, we're gonna be announcing the winner of the Rebel Fit Nutrition giveaway, $350 gift card. And there's still time. I don't know. This episode will go up tomorrow, so you'll have a day and a half. So anyone using code BEEF10 automatically entered into the giveaway. And yeah, we're gonna announce it on Friday, like I said. So that's really cool. Happy to give stuff away. And then, like me and Mo were talking about, we're gonna try to get some stuff going with our clothing sponsors as well, because people really want to get some free clothes.
Yeah,
And
we
we
can do
don't
that.
blame them because free clothes is fucking awesome. So
Yeah, we'll get some free Iron Legacy going.
yeah.
Have some
Yeah,
t-shirts in the
yeah,
Maybe
collection.
I'll gather up that Jed North kit.
yeah,
We'll do a
Yep.
Jed
yeah.
Yep.
Iron Legacy giveaway.
Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
it, man. Just to give back, because we appreciate all of our subscribers, followers, people commenting, people writing in questions. Awesome. So yeah, we'll try to do it. And honestly, if we could do a giveaway once every month, that would be my goal. So this is our first one, so we'll just go from there.
Do we have any
And
questions?
We do have some questions. Do you
the
have any?
podcast here, I just want to say the podcast here is really starting to gain some traction too, man. Like the Canadian beef, I can see the subscriber count. It's steadily like it's inching up, man. Like it's really starting to get there. It's great to see that growth.
Yeah.
Consistency paying off, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Giving
Our
the people what they want.
our subscribers always spike when we get Nate on too. Everybody loves bringing Nate on.
Of course.
Nate's a little podcast slut, though.
I know.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
all over the place.
Not loyal, bro.
He's not loyal to anybody. He just gets his fix and then he moves on.
Yeah.
Those are just my side hoes.
Clout
They're my
chaser is
main.
what I call
Good answer.
Yeah,
Yeah, good answer.
but he is an honorary Canadian Beef member. He has a golden ticket. He can come on whenever he wants.
100%.
Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate you, buddy. Come here.
All right. What are your guys' songs, go-to songs for PRs?
Uh, Spit You Out by Bullet for My Valentine.
Oh, wow. I don't know that one.
Mine's Brat by Slaughter to Prevail.
Yeah,
Nice.
anything by like those bands, right? Like, I mean, anything really hard and heavy that has a good drop, and yeah, like Kuba Khan and
Yeah, dude.
Lamb of God and all that kind of stuff.
Scuba Con's the
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
best. Oh,
You guys like
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada, or is that like too like
I do. I like their older stuff though, more
Yeah,
so
yeah.
than their newer
Me too.
stuff. I would say.
their older stuff's way better?
Yeah.
Yeah, their older stuff's really hardcore and not
Yeah.
not too fluffy. You see, man, sometimes even some of these like hardcore, like some of these deathcore bands, like eventually start going a little bit more mainstream. Like they start getting some more singing in their lyrics and stuff like that. And you're just like, what are you guys doing? Like this band. Do you know Paleface Swiss?
Yeah, I heard of them. Yeah.
Oh man, check those guys out though. They're sick. But like their latest single, it's really good and still super heavy, but it's like the first time I've heard them start singing in songs rather than just like growling and shit. And it was just like kind of heartbreaking, honestly, a little bit.
They're probably just like,
I know.
dude, like, my fucking larynx and fucking vocal cords are getting shred up. I gotta like,
Or the record company that they signed with was like, hey guys, lighten it up a bit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I imagine that happened.
Right.
What's yours, Robin?
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, I'd probably see something along like similar lines.
Like Creed.
No, it'd be like like Nickelback or something harder at
Like
least, bro.
Nickelback.
Like,
Much better than Creed.
yeah. Was it Trivium, Pull Harder on the Strings of Your Martyr? That's my favorite, I think.
Trivium was pretty good.
Yeah,
Yep.
Trivium's really
Yep.
good.
Not bad.
Yeah. Um, Agony Scene as well. I think, anything with like a double bass drum would be really good. But also like what comes to mind too is Eminem too. Like Till You Collapse. You know what I mean? Because sometimes even that comes on at the gym and I'm just like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? Like that's one of those songs that it can like just switch something on in your mind like automatically. So I really, there's lots of songs like that, but that's just one that comes to mind.
Dude, sometimes if I'm like suffering through a leg day or something, like I'll throw on some like Machiavelli motivation or some shit like that.
I've
Oh
done
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get some like David Goggins in my ear or something like that.
Yeah.
It gets me turned up, man.
You
It's
ever
like
you guys ever train with those Jay Cutler tapes?
no.
Yeah.
I've done the one from when Jay Cutler came back and defeated Dexter Jackson in 2009. I've used that one a number of times. There's a really good one. I think it was Machiavelli that did it. I'm not sure. It might have been one of the other ones.
Is
But
it
man,
called
that one
is it called
it,
Rise or something? You know that
it's
one?
something like that, man.
Dude,
I think I
there's
know the
one
one you're
that,
talking
yeah,
about.
it might be the same one, but that one's like definitely fires you up and you're like, oh shit. Like
Yeah. Jay Cutler's just like, nobody believed me, but I told them all, I'm gonna come back. And then it's just him smashing out rows, right? Like just killing it with the bandana. It's
yeah.
just like, oh, let's go, man.
You
I
know it's a
love
you
it.
know it's a rough day if you're in there training on like a Machiavelli, motivation mix. You
Yeah,
know,
those days though, they're there.
yeah.
Those days are there, man.
Yeah.
But I've definitely hit some good PRs to something like some like Skrillex like Bangarang or just something like that. Back in the day when I used to hit PRs to songs.
You
You
know,
know about
nothing like double scooping pre-workout and just throwing some Skrillex on, like
Yeah. Yeah.
sweating like crazy. Like
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the jam.
those are good
what's
times.
a good PR song is like Bone Crusher. Have you heard that? You know that song?
Oh yeah,
Love a
that's a
bone
good
crusher.
one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Bone Crusher is so good, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on tripods in the gym during busy hours? Should gyms have rules to regulate it?
I think I should be
They
allowed.
want
Nobody
to.
else should be allowed.
Like, I don't see a problem with it. You know what I mean?
I don't see a problem with it.
I mean, I guess you guys are spoiled because you guys are at Pure, right? So it's so massive. Like you guys probably don't even like get to even like feel like
And it's just so accepted to film your workouts there, dude. Like so many people do it. It's like you can't make a rule.
It's
Like,
also like, how is it any different than having like a videographer standing there with you anyways? It's just,
oh, 100%, man.
or having like a crew with you around. Like if you're by yourself and you're just there with your tripod, like you're just taking up the same amount of space than if you had a videographer or crew anyways.
Dude, and
Just
it's
doing your
super
thing. Like,
easy to like place your tripod so it's not annoying somebody. Like you might not get the angle you want necessarily, but if you're just trying to like show like what workout you're doing or something like
yeah,
that.
and that's pretty much what it comes down to. Like my opinion is, if you're using a tripod, use it responsibly. Like don't be a fucking tripod whore or like a tripod asshole where you're just putting in people's ways, because that happens at Pure quite a bit. There will be someone like, even videographers, man. Like they're just there's certain people that just have no like spatial or social awareness, and they'll just like put their shit. Same thing with bags. Like people put their shit shaker cup in the middle of the walkway. Just stuff like that. But there's nothing really inherently wrong with the tripod. It's just those people are just, they're idiots. They're going to be idiots no matter what they're bringing to the gym.
so the thing that's really like getting under my skin lately is I don't know how it is with you guys, but you guys actually might be guilty of this. So, but when people come in specifically to film content and they're not even training, that's freaking annoying to me, honestly, because you're getting in the way of like people training. I know people got to like make a living off content, but it's like, is there a better time? Like, don't come when I'm at least there, you know?
No, bro. Yeah,
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up.
yeah. No,
Because
that annoys me too. Like I see kids do that at the gym, man. They'll have like two or three like photographers, videographers, and they're just doing like you can tell they're almost making like those like mashup training videos
Yeah,
because they're
yeah,
doing like two or three reps on something, then they're on something else, and they're
yeah.
taking up all this space. It's just madness to me.
Yeah.
Right. I just look at them the whole time. I'm just like baffled by what's happening.
The thing about that too is like if you want to do that, just come at a time where people don't train, like early in the morning or late at night. Then you're not interfering with other people because there's certain spots in gyms that are going to be like more crowded, like the turf area. So if you just bring a crew and you start filming on the turf where people are trying to warm up and like actually train, you're getting in people's fucking way, man. So that's not cool because I mean, me personally, I've never even gone into the gym with the intention of just doing content because I feel like that's personally a waste of time. Like I'd rather like if I'm filming content with a client, okay, I'm training someone, or hey, I'm working out myself. Like that's the kind of content I feel like is more productive.
So
Unless maybe I guess if you have a different kind of business, but if you're showing like body weight exercise, why can't you just do that at a studio or
So
at
like
home?
literally at my 40, there's a couple that comes in there, really big following, not bodybuilders, but they literally come in there just to like they'll turn down the music too, which is mad annoying, you know what I mean? And then they're gonna go film content when it's like they got their person, like they're just doing these instructional stuff. It's like, bro, what? Like,
Yeah, that's
It's a little cringy. It's a little
that's
cringy.
whack. So
No
you should rent a
thanks.
private space if you want to do that.
Yeah.
right. It's
About
like,
private gyms and shit, you got to figure that out. Like that's your responsibility as a business owner. Like, you know what I mean? Don't be going into like a public gym and like
right.
taking
Yeah.
for 10 minutes at a time to do your stupid little explanation that's already on the internet like 5,000 times already.
Yeah. Right.
Don't need to show us how to do a wide grip pull down.
And
Yeah.
then while we're here, no, I'm just gonna, but like people posing in between their workouts, like, are you training or not? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it when you're like maybe 3 weeks out, you look nasty, want to check myself real quick, but like, there's people that look the same every fucking day, and they're like posing like
Hitting
in
shots.
between sets is like, you know what I mean? Like, what?
Yeah, I know. I know,
Yeah.
man. I get it.
Well, it's like someone who's like filming themselves. They don't even have a physique.
Yeah,
Just,
that's what gets me too, man.
you know,
Like people, it's like in my opinion, like before you can like be putting knowledge out and like putting content out that's supposed to be instructional or educational, like you should have accomplished something. You
Like,
should have a good physique, compete it, done well, maybe coach a few people to prove that when this information you're giving out actually works and it's applicable. You know, so many people just want to be this like source of knowledge
right.
and they want people to respect them and do what they say, but it's like you've done nothing to earn that. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
It
zero.
just it becomes a huge distraction because if you're still trying to figure things out on your own, then you have to deal with you're trying to figure out your own shit, plus you're trying to explain shit to other people, and you're trying to like make the content and film it and put all that together into like this 1 or 2 hour session where it would be much more beneficial to you to just focus on your training because developing that ability to focus and just be in your body like in that training session for that period of time is more valuable than the content you're going to make, in my opinion, at least for a beginner or an intermediate. And then, once you've quote unquote mastered your craft, that's probably the time where you can start giving back to people, right? But you got to
Yeah,
put in the time, man. You can't, you know what I mean? Like it's a different age, it's a different time. Like
Yeah.
basically, when I started bodybuilding, it was like Instagram just first started,
yeah,
and now people feel like there's a pressure to like have a certain following or this and that. But again, there's still smart people out there that are they're staying in their lane. They're putting the time in to build their physique, and then when they're ready, then they can create content in whatever way they want to do it. But yeah, what would you guys eat for breakfast instead of eggs or egg whites?
Pancakes.
Yeah, but then you can't use eggs or egg whites in it.
I have chicken and rice
Fuck.
often.
Chicken and rice for breakfast. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, if I got to train early, especially.
A little boring, but not bad.
I mean, a nice steak wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Some hash browns.
Protein powder, like a shake, obviously. Come on.
Yeah, that's an easy one. Like if you don't like eating breakfast and you just start having shakes, it goes down. So then you get used to having a breakfast meal, and then you can go to a whole food source after that. I love steak, ground beef, or bison for breakfast. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's good.
I do love steak and eggs too, but
Yeah, can't use eggs.
Yeah, I mean, I could do a shake. I could do Greek yogurt and berries and maybe
yeah,
some granola or something to throw it in there, right, for regular people.
fuck yeah,
But
some leftover pizza from last night, cold.
hey, man, it happens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Greek
Good,
still
yogurt.
in
bro.
the oven from yesterday.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good breakfast though. That's a nice one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Greek
Yep.
yogurt is one of those things I hate prescribing to clients. I find it causes issues in a lot of people.
Yeah.
I do get it.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things like once or twice a week, totally fine. But if you have it like every day, like you're definitely going to have like digestion issues, I think.
That's usually what I put it in as like my rest day for clients, you know what I mean? So
Same.
they have
Yeah.
a little treat, you know what I mean, type
Like
thing.
twice a week, give it to them for their last meal, like with some protein powder and peanut butter, some shit like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What tanning protocol do you guys use for your shows? What tan do you use? How many coats? Do you spray it on yourself or do it yourself? Do you spray it yourself or get it sprayed on?
Bad idea to do it yourself.
Oh yeah, I've only ever done that once.
Bad idea.
Yeah,
Yeah. No.
it's horrible to put on yourself because it takes forever.
I mean, I personally think everyone should have at least, I think it's the best practice to at least have some kind of base tan going into your spray tan, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, get dark, man.
It's just going to be insurance, you know what I mean, to make sure that you're dark enough. Whereas if you go in pale, it's like, okay, I'm sort of guessing, is this going to come out good or not? But yeah, obviously, most of the time you want to go with the show vendor. It's just going to be the easiest process. But if you have someone that can paint you with Protan, I really do like that the best, but it's got to be someone that knows what they're doing, obviously, you know. But the hand coat applications of Protan actually comes out really good. Use the base tan. You can also do like Wednesday, like a couple coats just to get that layer like I was talking about. And then rinse, and then Thursday, a couple more layers. And then the show morning, you use that bronzer. And now they have like a super dark coat. And I've always liked Protan color myself, but
Yeah, it's just more work.
Yeah, it's for me, it's one of those things I just try not to think about because
Yeah,
there's already so much to think about. I'm like,
yeah,
I'll just tan. I just tan like for 3 or 4 weeks going into the show. And I get pretty dark anyway from doing that. And then I just let the tanning people do their job. And because I'm like, I'm going to look like the majority of the guys on the show look like, and that's like a good thing in my opinion.
yeah.
Like you don't want to be the one guy standing out with like a different tan.
You guys
No,
ever do injectable tan?
Yeah. I've
the
Yeah.
done.
Milano
Okay.
tan.
I don't
Yeah,
like.
Yeah.
I mean, I started it, but then I stopped because I just hate the feeling from it. Just hate it.
Yeah. A lot of
I just
people
hate
say
it.
that.
Yeah,
I will say though, there's some guys where if you're starting to get experience, there's some guys that don't hold color really well. So you might have to like shop around and you might have to play with some things where, you know what I mean? Like let's say you go to a national show. I don't know how it is in Canada, but in the States, you know, there'll be like, okay, Protan's the show color vendor, but there's also like other vendors there that are spray tanning on the side. Like
mm.
say like what's the other one that's a little bit darker?
Like liquid sun
Yeah,
rays.
liquid sun rays. So
Yeah,
some people might be better off with doing that or the hand, like, because you know those sometimes there's people that always have trouble with the color,
yeah,
you know, and so those guys might have to play around and find, you know what I mean, the best thing that works for them, and then always sort of stick with that, you know.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I feel like having that base tan, that's definitely crucial. And then depending on how like white you are to start, you need more base tanning time. But that's going to allow you to not have to put so many coats on to get to the desired darkness. Definitely like, if you're coming from like straight pale and then trying to get dark, you're gonna have to apply so many coats. It can end up getting like that like tacky, sticky
It's a
feeling.
layer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's and what I will usually do too is I'll start like exfoliating my skin, tanning, getting like a good skin prep routine, at least 4 weeks out. So by the time you actually put the tan on, your skin's actually ready to absorb it. That makes a huge difference. And then yeah, like you were saying, being able to start your tanning process early, even like a few days before, so it has more and more time to soak in. And then that also gives you the opportunity to maybe like rinse it off in the meantime so you're not getting so much of like this build up. And
Well,
it's
that's
more comfortable doing it that way, I find too, you
well,
know?
not only that, you sort of touched on a good thing, but you forgot a little bit of a point, Robin, is that when the color is applied in more amounts in a shorter time window, that layer gets it makes the conditioning less, right? You know what I mean? So it can
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
make your conditioning not as good as it might be, you know.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then yeah, like it can make you look like even soft a little bit. And then the last thing is like you were saying at the end, like being able to finish it off with like the bronzer or like getting the right glaze, the right amount of glaze. That also makes a huge difference. So
Sure.
yeah. Um, okay, we'll do one more. Uh, how long should you train naturally before going enhanced?
What's natural?
Like nothing. No
Oh man.
SARMs, no nothing, no TRT, no nothing.
I mean, I personally competed a couple years naturally, and I thought it was great, but um, I don't know. It's hard to say these days because like everyone's in a race, right? To like, and even as a coach, it's almost like the pressure's on you to like get these people to like there faster, you know? So it's like,
100%, yeah. So
Well, people
true.
come at you as a coach too, right? And like they'll come at you and they'll have like this expectation, like they'll show you a picture of someone they want to look like, right? Like this actually happened to me like a couple days ago. And then like my first question is I was like, okay, well, like are you like willing to do this like enhanced or do you want to be natural? And then they're like, oh, I want to stay natural. I'm okay, well, this guy's on juice.
yeah,
Like, so I'm like, what do you want me to do here? Like, then you need to have that conversation with them, right? But
People are so eager to just do the juice without doing anything naturally, though.
right,
And I feel like you said, Nate, I think competing, like you don't have to compete naturally first, but I think competing naturally first at least gives you an indication of whether you enjoy the process or not
yeah,
before making such a big step to going and enhanced, where it's like, but do you even like bodybuilding? Because you want to know if you like bodybuilding, right? It's like, so maybe just, that's what I would say is at least give it a couple years, right? Like
right,
train and live the lifestyle and see if you enjoy that. See if your body's and your mind is meant for doing this, because if you can't handle training and eating and dieting without the gear, I mean,
right,
it doesn't make anything easier. And then there's just more of a pressure to do things right. And now that you're on, it's like, well, you can't come off and expect to get the same results. So it really is a big decision. So yeah, when people ask us, I'm sure you guys get this all the time. I don't know how many people are asking you, Kensen, but they might be. It's like, when do I start taking gear? It's like, how would we know? We don't know you unless you're a client of ours. We don't know your goals. We don't know how long you've been training. We don't even know if you can train. We don't know
right.
anything. So until you're at
Yeah.
least good at the basics and you're 100% sure that you want to, just fucking train without it, man. You know?
Well, what I
For
can
sure.
tell you is nobody's asking me that. I'll tell you right now. I don't have I don't have I don't have nearly the experience, and nobody
Yeah.
should be asking me. If anybody wants to ask me about who I think is going to win the New York Pro, come on down. But I mean, the typical answer is, if it's from a bodybuilding perspective, I feel anyway, train until you're ready, Robin. Your answer was absolutely spot on. Mentally, make sure that you're ready to do this when it comes to being a competitor and living the bodybuilding lifestyle and, being committed to that. But make sure that you've maxed out essentially everything that you can gain naturally first, right? How far is that? Well, essentially to the point where you're not pushing excessive calories and getting nowhere, or doing, whatever it might be, right? Typically it comes down to the food and being able to go up in weight and go up in muscle in a certain period of time, I would feel. So gauge it accordingly and get the right advice from coaches such as all of you guys, right? But be realistic about it as well. If someone is to get hired by you guys and says, "What do you think? Am I ready?" You're going to get an honest answer because you guys are professionals, right? So
Yeah.
always try to seek the proper advice when it comes to even trying to make the decision. This is where I started. This is where I'm at now. This is what I want to do. And even it could be I've proven myself because I've done a couple natural shows and this and that. Everybody has their own individual circumstances, right? But I would say when you've maxed out everything that you can do naturally yourself.
Yeah. And the other thing I would add on to that too, you got to make sure you can financially afford this stuff, man. Because I
Good
just,
point.
I hate when guys come to me and they're like struggling to like pay for like their cycle or something like this. Like, what are you doing, dude? You
Yeah.
know, and I've made that mistake so many times, like as a younger athlete, and just not knowing what I was doing. I wish someone told me, Benoit told me, at one point, he's like, what are you doing? Like, you're just wasting all your money. Like, you don't even have a business. You don't have anything. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. Like,
You got to consider it a luxury, man, because like
yeah,
you're not going to be a good bodybuilder if you don't have your shit together. Like you need bodybuilding is just like something that you can do if
yeah,
everything else is like taken care of, you're financially stable. Like
yeah, dude.
you need a good lifestyle. Like you need a lifestyle that allows you rest, that allows you time to eat, that allows you to like also have a life outside of just like your job in bodybuilding. Otherwise, you're going to be miserable. I mean, some people can rough it out because they're psychopaths. Actually, a lot of bodybuilders are psychopaths, but we're talking about like pros, not like just like your average Joe who wants to get like jacked so he can like look good.
Yeah,
There's just a
exactly.
lot. There's a lot that comes with this. I don't think people really understand, and you can't understand until you do it. But it's like, when you see some kid that's like been at the gym for 2 years, like maybe did a show, and he tells you he wants to be a pro, and in your head you're just like, man, there's just so much between you and that. like there's so many. There's injuries, there's injections, there's bad injections, there's like
Yeah,
so much stress and money that needs to be spent. Like, right? Like,
yeah,
I think you just gotta, before you get into this shit and especially start using steroids, like just make sure you want it, man. Like, because it's a lot.
yeah. That's why it's the biological psychosocial model, right? It's like even guys that take their first cycle and then they're like breaking up with their girlfriend and it's like it's always like, oh, like she's not supporting me on my steroid cycle. It's like, yeah, why would she, dude? You're probably like being a dick to her and like all this kind of stuff, right? So I think, yeah, a lot of the times is you really have to check yourself, man, is losing like your fucking family or like losing like all your friends and like living a miserable life, like you said, Mo, it's not worth it to have gains. We
Yeah,
choose this because we love to do this, because we really love to do this. Like if
yeah,
this was taken from us at any day, we would be absolutely devastated. That's how much we love to do this. And
yeah.
if you don't feel like that, then maybe, then it's not meant for you, dude. Like you got to find something that you absolutely love.
And you got to
Right.
be willing to be selfish, like, and
Yeah.
for a long period of time, because a lot of people think they're, but they aren't, because you get into this and then you have to, you can't spend that much time with friends. It affects relationships. It affects how much you see your family and doing things at family gatherings. Like it has to. Those are sacrifices that have to be made if you want to get to like a high level in this. And some people can't do that without feeling guilty or feeling bad. And like that's okay. It's just not for you,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, you actually touched on a good point, or sort of made me think of one, but a lot of people too, before they start taking juice or whatever, like they should have their mental health in check too. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that get in the sport and there's a lot of like things that they should probably get fixed or in check, and then they start taking steroids, and exacerbates that. Same even just competing, not even just with the gear.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen someone that said, oh, bodybuilding ruined my life or this and that? No, bodybuilding didn't ruin your life. Your situation that was already before that, and then you started bodybuilding, exacerbated it, and that ruined your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
that's a good point, man. Yeah.
yeah, and that's what I meant. Like you got to have your shit together. Like you
Right.
know what I mean, like you don't want to have you got a lot of drama in your life and like fighting with your girlfriend all the time, or you have issues with your parents, or you don't have a lot of money. Like don't start bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Wait,
if you want to be an MMA fighter and like, you get beat to shit and you're like, MMA ruined my life. It's like, no, getting your ass beat ruined your life, bro. Like it
yeah,
was it was
you weren't
it's
prepared. You
your
weren't
choice to
prepared.
go in that ring, right?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So, but no, that's good. I think we should end it there, end it on a good one.
Yeah.
Um,
Sure.
because man, I'm getting hungry, man. Like I gotta drop this body fat.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm getting there. Yeah, I'll be ready for New York. So
What's your weight?
man.
yeah.
What's your weight, Evan?
Right now it's 280.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Big
Because
boy.
because Dorian's giving me refeeds, so I'm not gonna second guess anything. I'm just gonna follow the plan.
I mean,
You
you
So
know?
I
guys
can
got
get,
people.
I can get you in a video and say that you're doing New York. That's what you're saying.
I'm prepping for it, man. You know what I mean? Like I've been
All
saying
right,
that for a
man.
long time. Even Mo knows. Like Nate, I probably told you too. So it just
Yeah.
whatever, man.
One of those
What
ones
we
where you're
do,
like,
we go to compete. So if I'm ready to compete, I'm
Oh,
gonna compete.
sure.
What else would I do, right?
oh, you're getting closer, so you're feeling a little bit more confident. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like when you're
Yeah.
in the beginning, you're sort of like, like we'll see sort of how it unfolds. But now that it's unfolding, right? Like you're sort of get a better idea.
Yeah, I'm talking myself into it.
Yeah.
you know, hyping myself up. Now it's good though. But yeah. So when is the Detroit is in what, 4 weeks?
3.
3 weeks. Yeah. So shows are coming up, man. So
Shit's about to
should be
get
good.
real.
But
Yeah, it is
yeah.
coming up.
But yeah, okay, boys. So yeah, we'll talk again next week.
I'll be on vacation next
For
week, so
sure.
I'll catch up with you guys in a couple weeks.
All
I
right. Well,
should be
you
able
can
to.
Cool,
just you
man.
can just jump on Zoom from your Airbnb or wherever you're going to be, your resort, from the beach. It's all good, from the buffet.
Maybe I will. Yeah, maybe I will jump on. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be all right.
All
All
right,
right.
boys. Have a good night.
All right.
Appreciate you
All
guys.
right.
Yes.